What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of No Pro Studio. Because guess what? I'm not a pro. So, in today's episode, we're going to discuss one of the main things that I see in the 20 years that I've been in this music industry is artists not wanting to do the legwork. And that's the very first step of legwork. Like, how you going to start your career out and you ain't going to do the first step? So here today, I'm about to show you the first steps you need to take in the music industry. Stay tuned. So, you been in the studio, you done got that dope beat, you done laid some fire lyrics down on that thing, the producer to mix that thing up, it's ready to go. You hire, oh, you got a banger, you know what I'm saying? You about to release that thing. Wait a minute. First thing you need to do is go see a pro. And I ain't talking about no NBA or NFL player. I'm talking about a performance rights organization. That's right. You need to go see ASCAP or BMI. Get yourself registered, man. Get yourself registered as an artist as well as a publisher. That way you got some rights, you got some royalties coming in, and who don't like royalties? And what these performance rights organization does is get you paid every time your work is performed out into the public. You know what I mean? You out here in the world, you might hear your song at Foot Locker. Somebody might be performing your song over here, over there. You know what I mean? They gonna make sure you get that money because if they don't get it, you sure ain't gonna get it. You know what I mean? Because you ain't paying attention to all these things. You just got the hot track. It's got 100,000, plays on SoundCloud. A couple 100,000 on YouTube, but you gotta get yourself registered. You gotta get, you gotta get out there. So I recommend ASCAP or BMI. You know what I mean? There are, I think, like one more over here in the U.S. states. And then you only need to register one of them. ASCAP or BMI, do your research on which one. I personally ran with ASCAP, when it comes to me and my artists, because I do run a record label as well, Entertainers Records. I also do artist management for CEO Mafia Records. Shout out to CEO Flock. And so, we run the ASCAP way, but, you do your research. You go with who you feel best, that'll fit your craftsmanship, whether you're a rapper, country singer, whatever it is, because they work with all artists of all genres. So, make that decision. Well, the next thing you're going to want to do is you want to go see a publishing administration, man. And that right there, they going to collect all royalties that you're not getting paid through ASCAP or BMI, whichever you choose to prefer, as well as the distribution company in which you decide to go through, because there are a few distribution companies, and they will, collect royalties on you, as well as YouTube will collect, your monetization, things like that. But the publishing administration, they're going to make sure you get paid regardless. If your music gets played in any form, shape, or fashion, and you ain't collecting the royalty on it, they going to make sure you getting the collect, you getting your money. And that's a good thing about a publishing administration. And if you register your work with, your public administration, they'll 9 times 10 go ahead and get everything worked out with your pro. So therefore, you ain't got to double register, which I double register anyway, because I just like to make sure that it's on, both platforms. And so with that being said, again, it's up to you as far as how you choose to do it, but it is a critical step before you start releasing music. And guess what? It is not too late if you already have released music, because you can go back and register the music that you've already, released out here into the world. So that is a good thing. If you already got you some songs out there, you ain't got to be like, oh man, I missed out on those. Now you can go register them, and start collecting then, as well as make sure they in the system as yours. Because like I said, once you register, you become an official artist. Any work that you put up under you is, it's entitled to you. So as well, that's another reason why I don't like to use the YouTube free beats and things like that. Like, go spend that little money, get you a leasing contract, get you some type of contract, because if you register this music and then the guy over here goes and he actually pays for the song and get, some real rights to it, he can pretty much cause a little bit of problems over here for you if you want to, especially if he paid for it, but your song is doing a lot more than his. he can take you down. He can cause problems because he actually paid for the rights. You just jacked it off YouTube. Didn't really talk to nobody. It was a free beat, but you did come up with a banger to it. So it's best to make sure, like I said, get yourself registered and make sure you using beats that can be registered. Don't try to register something that's already copyrighted to somebody else because you failed to get the rights to it. And I can honestly say, if you want exclusive rights to a lot of these beats, it can be a little bit of pricey. But if you get you a good producer, you talk to them, you deal with them on a regular basis, you spend a good amount of money with them. Sometimes they'll come down on that exclusive price, or they will be able to make you a personal exclusive beat for a set price that might be a little bit cheaper than all ready-made beat that they got in their catalog and want to get rid of. So that's another route for you to go. But like I said, the main thing you need to do, the legwork before you hit the streets with your beats, with your anything, man, is get yourself registered with a pro as well as a public administration. And you'll be good to go, man. When once you get your music out there, they'll collect for you. And if you want to get in deeper, you can go to copyrights.gov and really register and get your stuff copyrighted, because again, you never know who's gonna try to copy, who's gonna try to jack your music, put it out there. So the best thing for you to do to protect yourself is copyright and register yourself in your music as much as possible. And I see a lot of independent first starting out artists, or even artists that have been in the industry for years. They just ain't never really blew up, but been in in their neighborhood doing music for years, and not one song out of the 6 or 7 albums they have dropped have been registered through an ASCAP or BMI or any type of sound exchange. There's several sites out here that you can register music that collect your royalties for you. And I'll put a few links in the descriptions for y'all, to where y'all can go straight to these sites and, like I said, read up, do your research. And yeah, man, that's about it. Thank y'all for watching. Please like and subscribe on the video. Share, give me a big thumbs up. I hope y'all like the content, because No Pro Studio will be giving y'all a one-on-one guide to how to be successful in the music industry, in today's industry. And guess what? I'm not a pro. See y'all.